Hello, guys. My name is Ekato Christian Osaze, and you are welcome one more time to the Real Talks Nigeria. In the Real Talks Nigeria, we talk about those things that we believe would enhance the productivity, creativity, and growth mindset of Nigerians. Quickly, let us talk about what is trending right now in Nigeria. Trending because throughout the past 10 years, we've been having constant collapse, an average of one collapse per year in Nigeria, an average. All right. Now, every month, there is a collapse of the national grid and begin to beg of the question, is it a national grid or a national grid? In quotes, the installed capacity of the national grid in Nigeria is 13,000 megawatts. Now, with a transmission average of between 4,000 megawatt to 8,000 megawatt. But based on international expectation or based on international standard, we're supposed to have an average of um, an average of 1,000 megawatts per 1 million people, an average of 1,000 megawatt per 1 million people. Now, if you look at the Nigerian population of over 200 million people, let's be conservative and say 200 million people. It means that on an average, we need at least 200,000 megawatts on the average so that Nigerians can have access to quality or average quality electricity. If you look at the statistics on your screen, you will discover that the national grid has collapsed for over the last 10 years. For a period of 10 years, we've had over 108 collapse. It has collapsed 108 times. And then we have borrowed over $1.4 billion for as loan for upgrade of our electricity infrastructure. And then for the past 1 year, that is between January to December in 2024, we've had an average of 10 national grid collapse, making it 12 rather, making it an average of one collapse per month. We have an installed capacity that is way, way, way below what should be the average. The average for every 1 million people is 1,000 megawatts. If you take our population of 200 million, it means that we need an average of 200 million megawatts supply of electricity. And then we have, think about it, an installed capacity of 13,000 as opposed to 200,000. And yet, we are supplying, that means the transmission of electricity in Nigeria is between an average of 4,000 megawatts to 8,000 megawatts. That is not enough to go round. In short, a city can consume that which we are giving to everybody in Nigeria. Why are we having constant collapse of our national grid? One, the first reason is our electricity infrastructure is aging, and the rate at which we, um, help to keep it stable is not catching up. The infrastructure is aging, and we are not even thinking about alternatives like nuclear or solar. Okay, but we are still consumed with hydro. And the hydro capacity that we have is a paltry 13,000 megawatts. That is not enough to go round. If productivity must be sustained in Nigeria, we must have constant supply of quality electricity. We have to do better than we are constantly or that we are presently doing. 13,000 megawatt is not enough, and that is what we have as installed capacity. And then the transmission is crazy. It means that we are able to supply between average of 4 million to 8 million Nigerians, and that is not even enough to go around, and yet we supply neighboring countries electricity. We have to do something about it. So the first problem is the aging infrastructure of electricity. And then the second problem, which is the one that really got my attention, is the increasing greed of stomach infrastructure. We have electricity infrastructure that is old, in getting old, and they also have an ever increasing appetite for stomach infrastructure. People that should have taken what is meant for the upgrade of the electricity infrastructure are using that same money to take care of their own stomach infrastructure. Until we get it right, we would continue to have a collapse. And God forbid that this collapse, you know, picks up. Because in the month of October, I think also we had about four times in October alone, the national grid collapsed. So between January to December in 2024, it has collapsed 12 times already. It means that every month we expect the national grid to collapse. It is my prayer that the country will not collapse because of the constant collapse of electricity. We need electricity to make, the country go round, to make wealth, productivity, creativity, economic development, societal stability. We need constant supply of electricity to go round. Whatever it takes, whatever it will take. Let us put our house in order and let us help Nigerians to enjoy a happy and a prosperous Christmas celebration in the year 2024. Christmas is around the corner. So, on behalf of the Christmas team here in the studio, I say thank you to everyone that has helped to make this broadcast possible. Shout out to Tommy Frost. Shout out to Steps with Debbie. Shout out to Landlady Jane Realty. Shout out to Nedum, your real estate, your realtor for life. Success. God bless you guys. Ciao. And then, of course, shout out to Mr. OK, Gifted Hands Properties. What's this lady's name? Chika, thank you very much. Thank you, Gloria. Thank you, Glory. And then, of course, thank you, all our subscribers. You've been part of what we've been doing in the month of December and throughout the year 2024. So, Merry Christmas in advance and happy and prosperous New Year in 2025. God bless you guys. Ciao.